Hey everybody, and welcome back. We got Dameon, aka Big D.
It's me, and we got my husband, the little fat E, okay, because he always hungry, okay. If you know, you know.
That's right.
And welcome to the
Endzone
Endzone Enthusiasts.
Enthusiasts.
So, we had a busy week of football, didn't we?
Yes, it was totally a busy week. This was a very fun weekend of football.
Oh yeah.
It was hard to choose which games we were going to talk about.
I'm just glad that I had the best week. I got to hate watch, and Florida didn't lose this week, so I was very happy with
I know
this week of
he was
football.
hate watching and he was pulling for the Zebras. Who are the
The
Zebras?
Zebras are my favorite. They are undefeated, and that's you know the referees. Y'all know y'all was working.
He was rooting for the
Y'all did
referees.
some work
What?
this weekend. I'm gonna tell y'all they did. I love to root for the Zebras when I have no vested interest.
So the games that we're going to cover today is we're going to talk about FSU Virginia, Georgia Alabama, LSU versus Ole Miss, and lastly we go over to the Big Ten. We're going to talk about Oregon versus Penn State. So let's get into it.
All right.
Okay, so first up is FSU versus Virginia. This is an all ACC game. Of course, Selena's here to tell us more about it. So the
Doing the
Florida State
most.
Seminoles played Virginia Cavaliers. It was in Virginia. Now, I finally got to watch FSU, and I was not disappointed. And what I mean is this ACC game had what they were calling their operations center, and it was like they had the referees, and you got to hear what the referees were saying when they were reviewing plays. I found it to be totally entertaining.
I loved it, and for me, I just hate watching was great, and then to get the hate watch to get the officials into it. I mean, like it was a beautiful experience for me from a 360 standpoint. But
You were definitely pulling for the Zebras for this one.
yeah,
Let me tell
Zebras.
you what really happened. So it got tied even in the final minute of the game with FSU getting an interception, and then it had to go into overtime. They did field goal, tied. So then it goes into second overtime.
Hmm.
Then Virginia got a touchdown and their 2-point conversion, which was required, mind you. But then when FSU had their possession, ooh, guess what? Intercepted.
Interception. Mm.
And so the game was over. And immediately the crowd completely rushed the field. Game over, done. Virginia was able to win 46-38.
Yeah, that for me was kind of like a Where's Waldo moment. I was like, oh
It
my gosh, where did he
was.
go? All of a sudden? That was a little scary though to see
It
how
was
fast
kind
they
of
rushed. I
scary.
was just like, dang. I hope my boy okay. I hope he gonna get back on the bus okay. But it was a good game. It was honestly surprising, but I think it's one of those trap games they talk about where
Ooh, a trap
but
game.
a trap game is you don't put a lot of effort into the week before you playing a know nothing team, and in 2 weeks you may have a bigger game. So you're actually preparing for the bigger game, and you're kind of overlooking this one. So
Gotcha.
I think that's what happened in this game is Virginia's not been good in a long time. The only sad thing is that this was Virginia's first win over a top 10 team since 2005 when they beat FSU.
Oh, repeat.
Yeah, so it's actually Virginia's won twice against FSU. Yeah, but the game was really good. Virginia, I mean, like you saw Tony Elliott be who he used to be years ago at Clemson with his offense. He had a really nice dual threat quarterback who wasn't afraid to run for it. I think how many? I think he had like 3 rushing touchdowns and one got called back for a holding, which so would have gave him 4. But really, I think that it was actually some of it being FSU making some mistakes. But yeah, it was really crazy to me and I didn't expect it. And also it kind of diminishes a little bit of the momentum that was swinging into next week's Florida State playing Miami game.
Don't diminish FSU.
Yeah, we won't diminish them.
Miami coming up.
So it was good, but honestly, it went back and forth for a little bit. It was kind of a little bit of a slow start, but it really ramped up. And then, really, what happened was the 2 turnovers to start the game by Florida State, Virginia was able to capitalize on. So
Hmm.
good plays, a lot of penalties, a lot of crazy stuff. I do think the FSU should have won that game, but I have to give
Yeah,
props to Virginia for what they did because at the end of the
totally.
day, you can, in theory, win a game, but you actually have to perform
Yep.
and pull it out. So, yeah.
I'm looking forward to see them play Miami.
Let's go. It's gonna be a little crazy. I'm a little scared now. I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna be a hurricane versus a oh.
Georgia, Alabama. This is an all
mm.
SEC game. The Georgia Bulldogs played the Alabama what?
Crimson Tide. Ooh.
Now, of course, they were both ranked, and even if they weren't, we would have high performance expectations from both of these teams. And in fact, the Alabama defense was able to hold up against the Georgia run heavy offense.
Yeah.
And Alabama took down the higher ranked team. It was at Georgia, so they did it in front of their home crowd.
Got to be
And
more
Alabama
careful.
won 24-21.
Yeah, that game was my second hate watch game of the week, and I was not disappointed. I'm going to have to tell everybody a little bit of a secret. As much as I'm a true Florida Gator and I'm a diehard and I bleed orange and blue, there's these moments where you see Georgia being Georgia and you're like, there's their run game. And that's exactly what happened in the second half. They start leaning on it. You had Gunnar Stockton make some good plays, but there were some throws and some very tight windows. And it was just like a moment of I was like, oh, okay, Georgia's going to rely on their run game. And sure enough, Eric will tell you is I called, I was like, yeah, Georgia's going to run this for about 30 yards. And that's exactly what they did. So it was shocking that Alabama could play Georgia's game because Georgia really is a second half team. Like they're okay first half. They'll let you score as much as you want. You know, cool. We'll make you think that you're great, but they really locked down. But Alabama really did a good job matching up to Georgia's level of physicality.
And did.
And also with this game, that snapped Georgia's 33 game home winning streak that went back to 2019. And then also, yeah.
You done embarrassed them at home.
Yeah, Kirby was Alabama's defensive coordinator for so many years.
Mm.
So yeah, I got to give props to Kalen DeBoer. I think this is a big game for him. I think he'll win back a little bit of the fan love after that loss to FSU to start this season. But I think you're going to see Alabama continue to get better. I saw a lot of really good things from their defense. I think offense can still use a little bit of work because their first drives were scripted and they were able to score pretty quickly. It was looking like they were going to take over, but again, Georgia's defense really locked down. And then at the end, it was kind of going back and forth. And then like there were some fights that broke out at the end of the game.
Not surprised.
Yeah. But yeah, Alabama scored on 4 of their first 5 drives, but it really was their defense is what won them the game. So props to Alabama. But it was physicality. It was Alabama showing that they still have that physical edge that they had all the years under Nick Saban. And Kalen DeBoer is bringing that with a little bit more flash and a little bit more of that fast-paced offense. I know they're glad to have Grubbs back to run that offense. So good things for them. Ty Simpson really showed coming into the season. He was kind of one of the least heralded SEC quarterbacks, but I think it shows now that he's ready. And I think they're going to be capable of doing some big things as the season goes on. Alabama, I'm glad I'm not playing y'all this year, but Georgia, I do see a chink in your armor. Now, I'm not saying we're going to win because I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know when we're going to get our next coach, but so we'll see Georgia and Jacksonville. And,
we'll see them.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, props to Alabama for a great win. Great way to bounce back. Roll Tide, or do we roll Tide? I still
it's
don't
a thing
understand.
they say.
Yeah, I still don't understand the rolling the tide. Like, is that you take your washing powder and you just roll it over and over?
Oh yeah.
Is that what it? I think that roll tide. Or no, it's because the elephant's going through the water and stuff. And
also makes a tide.
Yeah,
also makes a tide.
Yeah, but Alabama, y'all did that. I'm gonna give y'all props.
Y'all did that.
Just so y'all know, this is like my favorite Pocky, so this gonna be one of my snacks, y'all. That's how I clap for y'all. Whatever.
You ready for LSU Ole Miss?
You know I'm ready. Because if you stay ready, you ain't gotta what?
Get ready.
There we go. Okay. He know.
Okay, now this is another all SEC game. The Louisiana State Tigers played Ole Miss Rebels, and it was at Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
They were both ranked.
Both of them.
LSU got points early and scored pretty consistently throughout the game, except for in the second quarter when Ole Miss honestly really dominated them. And in fact, I would say Ole Miss outcoached them, and so they ended up defeating the higher ranked team. What I say, 24-19.
Yeah, and speaking of outcoach, hey Lane.
Oh,
hey Lane, how you doing? Because we got this Florida job waiting on you, so you go and do what you gonna do.
Job opportunity.
You come on over here because I know you see us on the X and the Twitter. I know you see us Now I know you trolling us a little bit because I saw you put spot the ball and you playing with our emotion, and that ain't gonna go well for you, okay? So if you want this, you're gonna come get this, okay? So, but this was a great hate watch game for me too because I hate
Okay.
LSU more than I hate Ole Miss, and also I'm trying to steal the Ole Miss coach. I think Brian Kelly is. I think he's past his prime. His
Uh-oh.
offense to me looks a little stale. And one of my favorite writers, Will Miles from Read and Reaction, said earlier in the off season about Nussmeier being kind of mid. And you're
Mm.
actually seeing that now as he is very mid. Like you saw that he had a hard time with them dropping 8. There wasn't a run game. LSU had their top running back that was out. So I think they end up having like 50 something yards of rushing. Got to be more careful. So, and then their passing attack just wasn't as great as I think it could have been. But really, it really came down to Ole Miss's defense. Ole Miss's defense did a great job putting pressure on Nussmeier, making him look uncomfortable for a lot of the game. Oh my gosh. The Ole Miss quarterback, Trinidad Chambliss,
Trinidad.
what he had 300 yards of passing and 71 yards of rushing.
Wow.
And mind you, this is like I think he came from like Ferris State. So that just shows like give Lane Kiffin a quarterback and he's going to create magic no matter
Mm.
what. I do think that Trinidad is going to be the quarterback going forward. I think that it just makes more sense. But I think you have to say it now is that Ole Miss is an SEC contender and they look like they can really make a lot of noise. And it came down to Brian Kelly again, not being able to win in the big games. And yeah, it was Lane is just doing what he wants. And so I think they're going to be a problem. And I kind of thought they were going to take a step back with all they lost. But I think they're really going to continue to build, which is bad for me because I kind of need them to lose so we can get into Florida sooner.
Right.
But I think he's going to keep Ole Miss looking good. But yeah, Pete Golden, shout out to you for that defense. That
Golden.
is,
Stay golden.
whew, and props to Ole Miss on that win. And Lane, we're going to win this. Come on over. Come on and chomp
Come
chomp,
on
okay?
over.
Come on over, Lane Kiffin.
Come on over, Lane Kiffin.
Home.
All right, we got Oregon versus Penn State. Now, this is a Big Ten game. And we had the Oregon Ducks versus the Penn State Nittany Lions, aka the Cougars.
Salinas.
The Linas. And they played
Man.
at Pennsylvania. These were both highly ranked teams. Therefore, it's a real showcase of talent and skill.
And also, this was the Big Ten championship game from last season, too. So,
Ooh, okay. Thank you for that. Thank
welcome.
you. It was evenly matched for a long time, even tied at halftime.
Yeah.
Then after the half, Oregon took the lead. Then Penn State caught up in the fourth quarter, causing it to go into overtime. And then, kind of like what happened with the FSU game, it wasn't until second overtime when Oregon scored a touchdown, but then they intercepted when Pennsylvania State had their possession. And so the game was over. That was it. And Oregon ended up winning 30-24.
Yeah, I think there wasn't a lot of explosivity that I saw from this game. There were some good plays. Decorian Moore on the Oregon side had some really great catches. Dante Moore looked good. I mean, like he knows what he's doing. I think they're going to be a big threat in the Big Ten moving forward. But really, to me, it was Oregon playing Penn State's game of physicality, slowing the game down, leaning on the run game. So Oregon did a really good job of kind of mimicking that. Really, both defenses were really good and kind of held the opposing offenses to some limited plays. I have to give props to Aller. He has some good throws, but really that interception at the end really sealed it, which was heartbreaking. It continues the conversation with James Franklin. Like he hasn't been able to win these big games. I think he has like some kind of ungodly record versus ranked teams. He has the pieces I think he needs. So it is a question of why isn't it all coming together? Where on the other side, you have a lot of newness on the Oregon side, new starters and things like that. Penn State should have had a better advantage in that situation. And then also for me, Penn State's wide receivers, they got out the portal. I didn't really see them kind of break out and really have great momentum. Penn State had great run game. And then, oh my gosh, Oregon Sadiq signed that man for what everybody's going to be trying to poach him because that dude had some plays
Okay,
after
Sadiq.
plays after plays.
After play.
And I was just like, bruh, That's cheat code. Him and Decorian Moore both are cheat code in my opinion, but I think this sets Oregon up really strongly in the Big Ten. A lot of people thought that maybe it was going to be Oregon being a year away or 2 years away from
Mm,
being where they need to be. I think they're showing now that they can win this year. They can win the Big Ten. And I don't see very many teams that could really be a threat versus Oregon moving forward. I want to see how Penn State bounces back. This does also take James Franklin off my coaching hot board for
oh,
Florida,
okay.
just because it's like you
Bye.
have similar talent, you have an elite defensive coordinator, and it's like, why are we still not there yet? And so he's kind of off my list. He can win me back if he has some big wins later on in the season. But James, I'm a little cold because I was riding for you. I saw what you did at Vanderbilt. Like I was seeing that when other people weren't seeing that. So I know what you can do in the SEC, and I think it could be he may prefer the SEC over the Big Ten. We'll see. I just want to see him win some of the big games, and then for Oregon, they're here a lot sooner than people expect them to be. So it'll be
Okay,
a
Dawgs.
quack quack. Penn State, let's rebound. Oregon, keep it rocking.
Okay, so we're going into what, week 6?
Yeah, week
All
6.
right, so for week 6, Big T, who do we wanna watch?
We're starting with Texas versus Florida. But see, listen, listen, listen,
Uh-huh.
listen. It's gonna be a win-win game.
Why?
Okay, because if Florida loses, they probably gonna fire Billy. So that's a win for us.
Okay.
If they beat Texas, it's a win for us because Texas
It's a
lost.
win, yeah.
So that one gonna be a win-win game no matter what
Okay,
happens.
alright, okay.
And then Vanderbilt at Alabama.
Right, because Vanderbilt's been doing good, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vanderbilt is like they is undefeated and they ranked versus Alabama. And Vanderbilt beat them last year.
I'm excited to see this.
That one gonna be crazy. That's gonna be a little
Yeah.
crazy. And then we got your team
FSU!
versus that other raggedy ass team.
Who is this now? Oh, FSU Miami, right, we're
The
seeing
U for ugly. Ugly. And then last but not least, we got Mississippi State versus Texas A&M. The fighting Jeff
yes.
Levy is doing their thing. I'm gonna give them props, okay? Jeff Levy, we see you. Don't hurt us when y'all play us this year. Don't hurt us, okay, Jeff? Just be nice, okay?
So we're definitely
Play pretty,
we're
okay?
looking forward to watching those
And
games
then
and
Texas
probably some
A&M,
other games
y'all be
too.
nice to us too when y'all play us. Can y'all just? This is a shout out to all the
I'm still
SEC
worried
people
about
we play this year. Can y'all just be nice to us? We going through a lot, and so I just need y'all to be kind and remember to rewind. Um, that's back Blockbuster days.
Oh, yeah,
Y'all youngins don't know
yeah.
about that. But as always, we thank you for watching the Endzone Enthusiasts, where we think football should be fun for everybody.
Everyone.
If you would like, share, comment any games that you think we should watch or any games you think are going to be fascinating, interesting, let us know down below. But as always, we thank you for going on this journey with us. We're a couple weeks in and we're always wanting to learn and grow and keep it going. So thank you all for the support and your kind words.
Bye.
Bye bye now. Bye bye now.